Okay, good evening once again. So let's look at the first thing you do as a data analyst. As a data analysis is you can actually see when I load this Excel, you can see we have something like read only. So now you ask me what does read only mean? It means this particular file I'm working with, it is a CSV or it is XML. Basically, it is a CSV file because I actually know what I downloaded. So
Mm.
let me show you what a CSV file look like. So if you actually look at this download, and I double click on this one, you can see something like Microsoft Excel comma separated value. So this is basically CSV. Do you
Mm.
understand? So this
Yes.
is the file. So that means whenever I do anything on this particular, whenever I what do you call it? Whenever I make a correction or I make a transformation on any data set here, I
Mm.
can actually have a data loss because it is actually saying that there will be a data loss. That means I mean do a lot of data transformation. Imagine you clean, you visualize, you are trying to document your progress. Then you
Mm.
load your data set and you can see everything has gone.
Yes.
And it's warning you that there can be a possible data loss. So the first thing you need to do is that you have to change it as save as. You can just click on save as here. But in case you are
Mm.
not you don't have that, you can just click on your file, click on save as here. So the first thing is click on I want to save it on my PC, on my desktop. So I want to save it. Let's call it sales behavior, sales analysis. So instead of CSV now, I'll just change it to Excel. Do you understand?
Mm.
So then click on save. So can you see that possible data loss? We've cleared it.
Mm.
That's the first thing. Now the second thing is I can see some hash here. So how can I basically see everything?
You expand
Then,
it.
yeah, expand it. So I can see I have electronics here too. And I can only see everything up to C. So to actually see everything clearly, so I just come to this intersection here. Then
Mm.
you can just do something like this, expand it all. So I want to know the number of data sets here. So I'll just go down to my control, down arrow. So I can see we have 1000 rows of data sets here. So now the next thing I need to do is because we are majorly we are going to Power Query. We are doing introduction to Power Query today. So we just go to your data, right? Click
Mm.
on so under your data tab, sorry, please let me get my power bank. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Are you there now?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to go to your data tab. So you can see we have something like get and transform data set. Obviously, now there are two steps. Please let's be serious now because there's actually a lot of things we need to gain. So we can see something like get and transform data set. Now, can you tell
Mm.
me the process of data analysis once again? Let me know if you've grabbed it.
The
What's the
process
process
of
of
it,
data analysis? What's the first thing you need to do as a data analyst?
you clean your data.
No, that's not the first step. You have to load your data.
Okay.
No. So then the next one will be what?
Clean.
Then the next one will be what?
You form a table.
You analyze.
Oh.
After analyzing, you visualize. After visualizing, you will write it out. So let's just move with the speed of light. So you can see something like get and transform. Basically, this thing, this particular place, we can do two-step combine. So I want to
Mm.
use something like this. So let's start with this is a new Excel workbook. There's nothing here. So you can
Mm.
see two. I've opened the one I saved the other time. So this is a new one. So now let's explain with the new one. So this is data. You can see something like get and transform data. So because the
Mm.
first process of data analysis is what? Get your data. You have to load your data. Then the next
Mm.
step is what? You have to pull in your data. So I want to get my data. But I remember the file that we downloaded. Is it in CSV format or is it in Excel workbook format? The one we downloaded.
We already changed it to Excel.
No,
Okay.
remember we are using new workbook now. We are
Mm.
imagining that
Okay.
we want to imagine that this one is not loaded at all. This is a new
Mm.
Excel workbook. So is the one we downloaded from Kaggle, is it CSV or what?
CSV.
CSV. So you go to, so you can see get or transform data. Now I want to get my data. But I know that my data set is from CSV. So I can
Mm.
easily click on this button. So now
Mm.
if it is now let's imagine I'm here like this one. Now because this I can easily form a table here, right? I can just do Control C and form a table here. I mean, this
Mm.
is basically what we have been doing for a long time. So you can actually see, let's go back to our data. So you can see get or transform data. So I will be clicking this one because it is saying that that means I want to get my data from this table or
Mm.
range. It's actually a range. Do you get? So it is either I click from this one or I click from this one. But now let's imagine we now have our data set in text file or CSV file. So you can just click on get data here. So we have different files. You can get it from text or CSV. You can get it from XML file, JSON file, PDF. That means you can load your data sets from PDF, from
Mm.
folder, even from different database, from
Mm.
SQL. And you see you have access, you have Azure. Yes, Azure is
Yes.
Azure. So we can get it from Azure here. Can you see you have Azure SQL database? That means you can easily link your Excel to SQL. From SQL, you can link them to Power BI. Do you get?
Mm.
So you
Yes.
can actually combine, you can get it from even other sources. Can you see? You can get them
Mm.
from, you can get them from, it just depends. You can't use everything, but you can easily get them from anywhere. Now, let's try to do the first one. Let's assume this is a new workbook. We've not done anything. Now, I want to click because I know my data set is in from text or CSV. So I'm clicking on from text or CSV. So it is already loading. So I'll go to my download. So because I've actually changed the one we downloaded to Excel workbook, which is why
Mm.
it is not showing here. So it is actually showing some CSV file. So you can actually see this one is CSV file. So
Yeah.
I'm can only see all the CSV file that I've downloaded. Remember the one we downloaded from Cargo the other time, we've changed it to Excel workbook. Assuming
Mm.
we've not changed it, we'll be able to load it directly from this place. Do you get?
Okay.
So
Yes.
because it is now Excel workbook now, so I can just easily click on my get data. Now looking at this one now, I can't see anything like Excel workbook here, right? So I'm
Mm.
going to get data, go to file, so I can see from Excel workbook here. Do you get?
Mm. Yes.
So click on this button. So click on my download. I saved it on my desktop. I saved it as sales analysis. Okay, this is it.
Mm.
I've moved it from desktop to desktop, from download to desktop. So I save it as sales analysis, remember, right?
Yes.
I'll just click on this one, then it will load it. Remember, this is a new workbook, right?
Mm.
So it is connecting. So now the first step, I've gotten my data. So now it is leading me directly into the second step, which is what? Which is Power Query. Now,
Mm.
let's imagine you have different sheets. Now, I told you that Excel workbook, one Excel workbook can have multiple data sheets, can have up to 255 worksheets. Now,
Mm.
because this particular data set only have one worksheet, yeah, assuming you have like 4 or 5 worksheets, don't worry, we start working with multiple worksheets as soon as possible. So I think you have like 4 or 5 worksheets here. You will see them listed here. Then you actually click on the one that you wanted to highlight. Now remember, before I click on any, you can see it looks like this. Before I clicked on any, So it is saying that, okay, no item selected for preview. Now imagine we have like 4 or 5 worksheets. So you
Mm.
actually see them listed here. But because we only have one, so you just click on that one. I can easily see the preview of what I'm actually supposed to load, right? So it
Mm.
is giving me a preview, like you can see, I can only have about 55. It is saying that the data in the preview have been truncated due to size limit. That is, not all of this data set is showing. Do you get?
Mm.
So you can just click on this transform data, because basically you are getting your data. Then the next step is what? Transform the data. So
Transform.
let's click on this transform data. So Power Query is quite easy, as we have established that last week. So now let me just explain the interface to you, even though we did that last time. So we have our file, we have our home tab, we have our transform tab, we have our add column, and we have our view. So
Mm.
you can see we have our query here. Basically, this query is just like the number of table. We can actually have quite a number of table here, but this is the number of table. You can actually reset what do you call it? You can actually rename it. How do you rename? You can right click. When you right click, you can see rename, or you can double click. When you double click, you can rename it. Do you get?
Okay.
Let's
Yes.
say I can just say sales analysis here. Can you see? And
Mm.
then it is changed. Now imagine we have something like query settings here. So now what's the meaning of query settings? So now the first thing you can see, we have applied source here. So
Mm.
is okay. The first step that we actually did was that we actually got this data set from the source.
Mm.
We navigate to the source. Then it's not saying that he actually promoted header. So it is saying that, okay, automatically it promotes the header. So now let's go and look at um okay. Anyway, it's trying to tell us that it actually promotes the header. So promoted header means that the first line, you use the first line as the header tickets.
Mm.
So
We
and he
should use
said,
the first line as well. The normal. I
why
don't get
why
that.
I mean by what I mean by now, remember, this is the one we loaded normally. You can see
Mm.
this row one again.
Yes.
So instead of Power Query naming that row one, it is saying that row one is now the header, like is the column.
Okay.
Row one is now starting from number one. Do you get
Mm.
this row one? This row one now. That is, it has promoted the first line to column header, while
Mm.
this one is now assuming row one. Do you get?
Yes. Yes.
So now everything that you are doing here, you can actually see it. Now, if you look at this, you have something like 1, 2, 3 here. You have something like calendar here. You have something like ABC here. Now look at something. Um, let's do something like let's do something like 1, 2, 3. So this 1, 2, 3. If you actually look at this 1, 2, 3, what does it coincide with? It means that's whole number, right? That
Mm.
means all the values that are here, all the values that are inside this particular column, they are what's whole number.
Phone
Now
number.
let's try to change it. Yeah, let's try to change them to decimal number. So it is saying that replace current. So let's just say replace current. So it means that I've actually changed the type of I don't know, that's not a good explanation, but now I will still try to do something so you understand what I'm trying to say. So let's just move on. So basically, all the steps that we are doing, we will be able to see it here. We have our query here, we have our normal table here, basically. Then we have
Mm.
our home tab, we have the transform tab, you have add column tab, we have the view tab. So when you see home, under the home tab, basically everything that you need, um you will majorly find everything
Mm.
on home tab. But
Okay.
under transform tab, some of the some of the stuff that you see in transform tab can also be in main tab. So let's just look at it here. So we have our home tab. You can see we have quite a number of them. So we still go right. We have our transform tab. We have our add column tab. Now, what's the difference between transform tab and add column tab? So when you transform something, let's say this transaction ID now. or let's say this age, right? I'm
Mm.
trying to take something. Let's say I'm trying to like rename. Where is it? Now I'm trying to like replace. Let's say, let's go to this gender. Now let's say I'm trying to replace anywhere we see male, we should replace it with M, and
Mm.
anywhere we see female, we should replace it with what? F.
F.
You get that
Yeah.
means because I'm working um with a single column, and the
Mm.
change will be effected on that same column. Do
Mm.
you get? So I will be every I will go under my gender tab, under my transform tab, because but under my add column tab, it is adding a extra column. That means if I'm trying to do something like age, I'm trying to like
Mm.
group them into several age groups. Do you get?
Yes.
Not like I'm trying to delete this age. I'm not trying to
Mm.
delete this age column, but still I'm trying to like create older age group as a separate column.
Mm.
So I click on my add column. So add column is like adding an extra column. While transform and home tab, they are not adding any extra column. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes. Hello. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I understand.
Oh, I thought I lost you for a while because I was
No,
talking.
no. I replied. Probably.
Okay. So Uh, okay. So now let's just go to Home tab and let's see what we can do. Now let's just basically it's just like you are doing your data cleaning, nothing special. So now the first thing is you need to click on this drop down, look at everything. Do we need to change anything? But because this is IT, right? So
Mm.
you can just say now the first thing is you can say well, this is 1 to 3 because this is whole number, so nothing crazy. So now let's say these dates.
Mm.
Now I want you to tell me something. I
Mm.
want to extract that 2023. I don't know how many years that we have there. So these are 2023 data sets. So I don't know if everything is okay. We have 2024. We have 2024 here. So I actually want to extract only the year at the last end. But I'm not trying to delete this. I'm not trying to delete this date column. So which one do you suggest I will click? Will I click transform or add column?
Mm. Transform.
Why?
Because you are changing the form of the, like the
Do you
format.
understand? What is the question? I don't think you seem to
You
understand.
said you want to like separate the year from the dates. Happy.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
No, we will go to add column. Now, what
Mm.
we are trying to do is because this is a date, right?
Mm.
I still want to see my date column like this untouched, but I want an
Okay.
extra column. I want an extra column. And in that extra column, all I want there will be what? Will be year only.
Then the other one will still be there.
This one will still be there. So in this
Okay.
one, now, I'll just go to my date, go to under my add column. So now, when you go to under your add column, you can see something like extract. That is where
Mm.
you because you are trying to. I can just click on
Okay.
last characters. So it will now ask him. It now because I click on this drop down, it's now saying how many last character. Obviously, here is
Oh.
usually in 4, right? So I just say
Mm.
4. So I'll click on OK. Now look at this thing. This is
Oh.
this is my last characters here. So if I click on this drop down, so you can see we have 2023 and 2024, right? So
Mm.
if I look at my dates, can you see my date is still untouched?
Mm.
So that's now, do you know the difference between transform and add column now?
Yes. So now transform is for what?
The transform is like I'm trying to effect that change on that same column.
Mm.
You get?
I get.
So now let's say you can see we have these are our months here. The first one is our months because if you
Mm.
actually look at my own dates here, so we have the month here
Mm.
before the day. So you can
Mm.
see these are months. So now let's say I'm trying to like, I want to see my months in other column. So I will
Mm.
click on this column header, go to my add column. Do you get?
Mm.
So there's something like dates here. These are under function here. So what am I trying to do? I'm trying to like get my months here. So I can just click on this month. Can you see? So it
Mm.
is not saying that, okay, what do you want? I want the names of the months. Now, like this 11 now, instead of 11, I want it to be November. 2, I want it
Mm.
February. So remember what I clicked? I clicked on add column, click on my dates, click on my months, then I want name of months. Do you get? So you can
Yes.
also do days in the months, you can also do end of month, start of month, anything, but in this case, I want name of months. So because this is under add column, I'm expecting my change to be what? To be another column, and my date column is still what? Is still untouched. Do you get?
Mm.
So now
Yes.
let's look at it. So I can see this one is November, this is February. Basically, you already know that the first one is what's November. And if you want to double check it, if you want to double check it, you can actually just left click on this one, then drag it. So to keep moving. So when you get to where you want to drop it, you can just drop it there. Can you see? So you can see 11 is
Mm.
November, 2 is February, 1 is January, 5 is May, 4 is
Mm.
April. Tickets.
Yes.
Okay, so that's good. So now look at what we have done. Look at all the applied step. Now let's say we've done a mistake. I don't want to do this one's name. Uh, I don't, let's say it was a mistake. I'm not expected to do this thing and I press Ctrl Z. It's not working. I'm actually pressing it. I don't know if you can hear my keyboard, but it's not working. It's not seeming, I can't seem to delete this thing. So you can see this is our applied step here. So
Mm.
it is saying that the last thing I did was reorder the column. That is, you obviously know that I reordered the column. That is, I shifted this one thing from the
Mm.
last column to this one. So it is showing that I reordered it. If I want to Control Z, like I want to actually change this month name back to where it was before,
Mm.
right? So I will just click on this cancellation sign. Not like I will keep saying Control Z. So once I click on this cancellation sign, can you see my
Mm.
uh, my month's name is actually back there. It is now showing that okay, I've done Control Z. So in Power Query, there is no Control Z. There's only cancellation of sign. Basically, everything that we have done is actually here. So now let's look at something. It's saying that I filtered a row, then I inserted the last character. That is
Mm.
the one we did to extract the year. It's now saying I filtered a row also, then I insert month's name. I mean, these are what we have done, Shibi.
Mm. Yes.
So now customer ID, basically we don't need that one. But this is in ABC. Can you see we have ABC? So that's text, that's fine. Now let's look at the gender. You can see we only have male and female. Now let's say
Mm.
we are trying to change female to F and male to M. So now I'll put under my transform tab. What are we trying to do? We are trying to replace a value. So I would go to my replace value here. So what are we finding?
I
We are
want
finding
to.
male,
Mm.
right? We want to change it to what?
M.
Male.
Okay, we are replacing with female.
Sorry, to it's So you can just click on this advanced option. So now, what is the meaning of this match entire cell contents?
If you want it to like change the whole stuff.
So if I actually click on OK,
Mm.
let me show you a mistake. Let me click on OK first. Okay. Let me do, let me go back. It's not showing what I want. Let's go to replace value. Let's do mail. Let's replace it. I want to show you something. Yeah. So now I've replaced mail with M. Now imagine I'm saying something like FEM. Is that what I'm
Mm.
actually trying to achieve?
Mm.
So now I'll just, to do Control Z cannot work, right? So I
Yes.
just go back here. So I'll go back to my replace value, go back to my female, Abby. Sorry, male.
Male.
then click it towards them. So I can just click under my advanced option here. So I can just click on match entire cell content. That means each cell must have this male before you can change it to M. If it has female, don't change it to FE, then now change the last M male to M. Do you
Mm.
get? That is, it must all the cell content must have what male before you can change it to what M.
Mm.
Do you get? So
Yeah.
now click on what okay. So you actually look at it now, all the has been changed to what? All the male has been changed to.
Male content.
Now remember, because I'm actually doing all the transformation is happening at the same column, which is why we are under transform. Do you
Mm.
do you
Yes.
get? So assuming I'm trying to do something, I'm not trying to tamper with this gender. I want to create another column. Where do we go?
You go to insert what's the name
Go
of
to
it?
add column tab.
Add column.
Yeah, good. So now let's just change it back to male because that's better. We are finding now. Replace it with male.
Male.
The advanced option, click your magenta cell content. So you can see that's better. So now this age group, I want to separate them into different age group. But now I don't want the age range. So I can just click on this drop down. So I have 18. So what's the last one? So they are saying
64.
list may be incomplete, load more. So I want to load more. I want to see all the lists. So we have 18 to 64 is actually the complete one. So how can we separate them? So I'm guessing the Gen Z should be 18 to 30 years old. I used to call 30 years old Gen Z. Yeah,
Me.
kind of. I mean, kind of. So we can say 30 to 45. What can we call them? Young
Millennia.
adults, millennia, maybe millennia. Then maybe 45 to anything above 45. We can
Mm.
call them what?
Mm.
Old people. I don't know. What can we call them?
I think they still fall under same group with millennia.
Okay, so now what do you suggest we will click on? Are we clicking on add column or transform?
We are clicking on since we are not trying to like change the this thing, we are still working on the H column, right?
Now I want you to tell me.
Wait, what you want to do now? You want to like group the
I
H
want
in
to,
different
yeah, I want to
categories.
group them into
That means you are doing add column.
exactly because this age will not be tampered with. I'm trying to create
Mm.
another what do you call it? Another column. So I'll click on add column. So under my add column, I would now look at under the option. What am I trying to do? It is a condition.
Extract.
We must meet a condition because we actually have quite a number of options here. We have column from example, we have custom column, we have all of this, we have conditional column, we have index column, we have duplicate column. That is, you can even duplicate a column
Mm.
formats. That is, I think I've used this one in our last class. You're
Yes.
trying to change them to uppercase, lowercase, you're trying to trim, you're trying to add a prefix, you're trying to add a suffix. That's
Mm.
I think I've used this extract also. So we also have, I think I've used this standard also, right?
No.
No, you did something like you've done something
Okay.
like multiply.
Like some, yes, yes.
Yeah, I did this one the last time also. So also these are trigonometry, all the sine, cosine, you can do them, then rounding up. You can actually round up or you
Mm.
can round down. Do you know the meaning of round up? That is, you are trying to
Yes.
make
Yeah.
a whole number,
Mm.
right? You are trying to like maybe anything 79.6, you are trying to like round it up to what 80.
It's
That's round up. But if it's round down, that would be what 79.
mm.
You get so that's meaning of round up and round down. So we just click on add column. What are we trying to do with our age? What's under this add column? Which one? Which button are we clicking on?
Extract.
What are we doing? Age. Oh, we are trying to do them under age group.
Oh, is it custom column?
That will be conditional column because it is a condition. You must meet a certain condition. before you
Mm.
can be placed into a age group, into an
But
age.
something like custom listing under Excel.
All these custom, we still use it, but they are not something I'm teaching you now.
Okay.
So click on conditional column. When I click on it, it will load. It's saying that what name do you want to name this? I can just name this one age, age range, anything. You can name it age range, you can name it age group, whatever. So now what's the name of the column? The name of the column is what?
H.
So it is saying, are we using equals to? No. When they are 18 to what? When they are less than, you can say less than or equals to, right? When they are less than or equals to 30, what should they return?
Gen Z.
Yes, right?
Mm.
So any age greater than Gen Z should be what? Millennial,
Mm.
right? So
Yes.
instead of adding a new clause the way you did the last time, you can just go to this else. Can you see it is saying that else, if it is not Gen Z, it
To
is
be.
you should what? Millennial.
Mm.
Am I correct with this spelling? Millennial. Is it double N or one
Well,
N?
just write anything.
So you can click on OK. So now you can see a new age group is now a new column is now created for us. So now you can see this is the for them data type. So we have ABC or 1, 2, 3. That means this particular Power Query does not know which exactly data type it is. So we just click on this data type here. So which one should we change it to? Is it decimal number? Is it currency, whole number, percentage, date of time, text, true or false, binary? Which one are we changing it to?
It should be text.
Exactly. Should be what? It should be text. So now that we change it to text, can you see it is now ABC? Do you get
Mm.
that?
Yes.
So that means we've transformed this what? This age. We've transformed column. We've done something on gender. Now this product category. So we have three. So it's saying list may be incomplete. So let's try to load more. So actually we have three. We have beauty, we have clothing, we have what? Electronics, which is good. There's nothing else to do to that one. So we have quantity and we have price per unit. So now, for you to get this total amount, what do you reckon we do? If this is the quantity, now if someone buy three apples, and each price, the same price per unit is 50. How can we get what's the total number of three if one is selling for $50?
That's like maybe 12 something. Is it not gonna?
That would be what? Not
That
say
would be
what
like maybe
that would be 3 times 50. That would be quantity times price per unit, Shebi.
yes.
So that would be this one. So you have to click on this one, hold your control key, then click on this one.
Mm.
So if I actually do 3 times 50, do you think it will be under transform, it will be under home, or it will be under add column? And tell me the reason why.
I don't understand. If you do
I want to multiply these two.
just the first column.
I want to multiply quantity by price. So do
Mm.
you think the function, the button I'm supposed to press, will it be under add column, under transform, under home? Which one will it?
It should be under add column.
Why? Why do you say that?
If you multiply it now, then the answer will be in a new column.
Exactly. So you have to click on add column. Can you see we have standard already? So what are we trying to do? We're trying to what? Multiply.
Multiply.
So you can see it is already 1, 2, 3. So if I actually go here and actually bring this one here, I dragged it down there. So you can actually see we have 150, 150, 1,000, 1,000.
Mm.
Basically, that's how they got the total amount.
Mm-hmm.
Tickets. Do you get that?
Yeah.
So I want to delete this one. You can right click on this one and click on remove this column, right? Or you can
Mm.
just click on this column header and click delete on your um on your keyboard. Can you see? It
Mm.
deleted. So it is saying that what I've removed a column. So if I, let's say that was a mistake, if I'm trying to like do Control Z, what do you think we will do?
You press to remove column.
Cancellation sign, I mean, right? If I press this cancellation sign, can you see I can see it again? So
Mm,
how can I rename this thing? I can easily rename this one by right clicking, and I can see something like rename. Is there anything like rename there? Anyway, I don't use that. I can just, okay, there's rename there, but you can just double click. Can you see?
mm,
Actually, can easily just say total amounts, then enter. So can you see this your total
mm,
amount there? Okay, and you can actually see that you've renamed the column.
mm,
So now let's just delete that because we already have another total amount here. I can just press delete on my keyboard, which is quite fast. So now that we are done, I believe by now you should be able to interact confidently with your Power Query. Now let's go to under view. So we say like, okay, what's the meaning of this view? So now you see there are some data grid here. We have column quality. So if you click
mm,
on your column quality to actually show something like this, which is it's quite useful. So you
mm,
can see it is saying that all this the column quality is actually showing you how much data cleaning you need to do. So it is saying that because in this particular case you have 100%, 100%, all of these are 100%.
mm,
All of these are 100%. So you can easily see that there is really not much of the tackling you need to do because
mm,
imagine if your valid is 100%. Now imagine your error is like 98% and valid is 2%. What do you think? There'll be a lot of data cleaning, but then sometimes it makes mistake. But most of the time it is usually correct. Do you get?
yes.
So if you look at this column distribution also, it shows something like a chart for you. So it is actually telling you that we have four distinct units here. So without even clicking at this drop down, because we have four distinct units, I already know that this particular quantity is within 1 to 4. If I click on this drop down now, so can you see 1 to 4? Can you see without even clicking the drop down, I know what is there. So that's the function of this column distribution. It gets.
Mm,
So you can see we have our column quality, we have our column distribution. So it is saying that this total amount we have 16 distinct units. So looking at this, can you see we have under our age group, we have two distinct. It's either you're millennial or you're what Gen Z.
yes.
It's even giving me a chart that is the first one, which is the millennial Gen Z. There's a lot of Gen Z compared to what millennial.
Yes.
So now looking at this one, we have 2023 and 2024. So we have a a year and quite almost insignificant 2024 tickets. That
Mm,
means most of this data sets, most maybe a majority of them is gotten in 2023, and maybe we've done a full year. Let's say we are in January 2020, we are in February 2024. That means, and we started the industry by 2023. That means we've gotten the data set from January to December of 2023. Then we've only gotten the first month of 2024. So which data set will be more?
I don't understand.
Okay, now let's see. Now imagine we are in 2026. We
Mm,
started industry 2025. We collected the data sets, the data from January 2025 to December 2025. And
mm,
we continued collecting the data in 2026. So
mm.
which data set will be more? Will it be 2025 or 2026?
2026 because we've added the ones for
No, no, it
2020.
will be 2025 because 2025 have 12 months of data. 2026 only have 1 month of data.
Uh,
Decades. Basically,
yes.
that's what is playing out here.
Mm,
2023 has a whole lot of data, while 2024 has almost insignificant data. Decades.
mm,
So now, let's say we are trying to make a decision. Even I've not done anything, but I can make a decision. These are sales. I can easily tell that it is focused on Gen Z.
mm,
Stevie, and Jesse
yes.
is someone between age 18 to 13. I can easily tell them that they should try to do advertisements. And
Mm,
who are we focusing on? We already have a lot of Gen Z on our side. Who are we focusing on? It will be millennial, anyone above 30. Now let's look at the common attitude of people above 30. What can they do? A lot of them, they don't use Twitter. So
Mm.
I already know that I will not be putting my advertisement on Twitter. A lot of them listen to what? Radio. I'll be probably I might put my advertisement on radio, or maybe a lot
On
of them
Facebook.
are actually on Facebook. Yes, a lot of them actually uses Facebook too. Or I can put them on Times Square in New York.
Mm.
A
Mm.
lot of old people actually go to Times Square just to look at themselves on the billboard,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
So those are the things, those are the can you see, without even going far, I can actually see how to increase our revenue, how to increase the revenue of this company. Do you
Mm.
get?
Yes.
So I think you understand the view tab now.
Yes.
So you can just go to your own tab. After you are done, you can just click on close and load to. So it is actually showing that. Remember, this is our new data set, the one with book one.
Mm.
That's a new workbook that you have not done anything. So it is actually showing that, okay, should you load this into a table or not?
Mm.
Always click a table, at least for now. So yes, you can actually click on data model, but you will not, you'll find out why later. So click on your table, and you can actually see that it is loading, and it is loading here. Remember, this is what we've done. This particular Excel is something that you have not even saved, that it is just like a new data set. Nothing has been done to it. So it is showing sheet one, nothing has been done. And this is what we imported from Power Query. Do you understand?
Mm.
Now I've canceled that queries and connection. Now let's imagine I actually want to see that queries and connection again. So you click on your data, click on your queries and connection, and you can actually see your queries and connection here, right?
Yes.
Let's say we are trying to go back to our Power Query. So you can just right click on this one, right click on our query, and sorry, okay, I think you are supposed to click on queries and connection, then double click on this one. Okay, double click. Okay, I forgot that for a minute. So you have to double
Mm.
click and to actually lead you back towards Power Query. So when you are done, you can just close and load, and it's already loaded tickets.
Mm.
So we can cancel this. When we need it anytime, we can just come back to our data and click on our data queries and connection. Then we have it there. So that's all. Now we can easily go back to our inserts and click on our Power Pivots. I think have I told you anything about Power Pivots, pivot table?
No.
Okay. So now I think you are eligible to move to Power Pivot. Now the first step of data analysis, you already know that how to load data sets from different. You can load data sets from Kaggle. You can
Yes.
use Power Query. You can do some basic transformation, data
Mm.
cleaning, Shelly.
Yes.
What else have you gained? You can make sense of data, and you can even make decision with,
Mm.
within. And I think these are our second week.
Mm. Yes, I think so.
These are our second week or third week. I'm not even keeping track of that. I think
Today
these are
is
these are our
16.
third week actually. These are our third week. I remember the first Sunday, I was not able to have lights. I now have light on my laptop. Then the second Sunday, I had light on my laptop.
Mm.
This is the third week actually. So
Yes.
within just 2 weeks, you've gained that. So now, after after playing the data sets, the next step is what? Analyzing the data sets, right? So
Mm.
when you want to analyze your data set, there's something we call Power Pivots. And hope the information is not too much.
No, no.
Okay. So there's something we call Power Pivots. So now this Power Pivot is a summarized table. Now it's trying to like summarize all our table here. So we have our pivot table. If you click on this inserts, you can actually see pivot table here. If you also click on this table design, you can also see something like summarize with pivot table. So
Yeah.
whichever one to lead you to the same thing, you get.
Yes.
So click on this insert, click on pivot table. So now it will ask you pivot table. Where do you want your pivot table? Because I don't want to tamper with this one, so I'll click on new worksheets. Now I already have a worksheet opened, Shebi. Nothing
Yes.
is inside this sheet one. So
Mm.
I'll click on existing worksheets because I already have a worksheet opened.
Mm.
Now imagine I don't have any worksheet open. I'll just click on new worksheets, then I'll click on OK. And that's all. Tickets.
So what's the usefulness of this one?
Let me show you the two. This new worksheet from this data set. I'll click on OK. So can you see this? It is opening sheet two.
Mm.
So this is where my pivot table is. So now let's go back to our analysis. Let's go back to my inserts. Click on pivot table. So because I already have sheet one, I don't want to create a sheet. I don't want to create sheet two. So I'll click on existing worksheet that I already have in a place I want it to be. It's now asking for the location. What's the location? Click on this up arrow. Click on this sheet one. Click on maybe any cell here. Then click on
You
this
want to
down arrow.
get.
Yes, then click on OK. Can you see my pivot table is now on sheet one?
So you can just select from this right side anything you want to work on, Abby.
Yeah. So now let me just delete this sheet too, so it won't contra. Hello, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. So now these are our sheet one. These are our pivot table. Please, you need to be
Mm.
watching this thing because it's a little bit technical.
Yes, I will.
So now this age group, we have our age group here, right? So we have
Mm.
four different areas here. We have our filter, we have our columns, we have our row, we have our values. So
Mm.
from the word columns and rows, I think that one should not be new to you again.
Mm.
So now this is our age group. We already know what is inside our age group. What is inside our age group?
We have 18 to 64.
No, age group. We have Gen Z and millennial now.
Okay. The group. Yes.
Yeah, age group. So now if I drag this one under I left click and I drag it using my mouse, my cursor
Mm.
or anything. So I drop it under my rows. Can you see? You can easily see them on my row. So if I
Mm.
move to my column, you can see it on that column, like Gen Z and millennials, put it
Mm. Mm.
it in different column. If you want it on your row, whichever one is fine. Now let's say I'm trying to know the number of Gen Z in my company that are patronizing me. So where do you suggest I will drag it to? Will it be under filter, column, or values?
Values.
Thank you, because I'm trying to get a number to it. So I will
Mm.
drag it again from age group. I will drag it to my values.
Values.
So can you see I have number instead of
Mm.
can so I can see that Gen Z is 273 and millennial is 727. So now I can easily see that okay, actually a lot of my customer are not from
Mm.
are not from Gen Z, they're actually millennial.
Yes.
So now I can easily reverse the decision I made during
Mm.
data collection the other time. So now I can easily put my my advertisement on Twitter or WhatsApp status. I mean, it won't reach a lot of people, but then a lot of millennials don't tend to watch status anymore.
Mm.
But a lot of Gen Z do tickets or Instagram. Yes, you can put it on Instagram also. So that's Gen Z tickets. Now imagine you put advertisement on radio. Do you think a lot of it will be able to reach a lot of Gen Z?
No.
Exactly. So now this is where we actually analyze. We're actually analyzing. Now to actually create a new pivot table because we are done with one. So to actually create a new pivot table, you just can you see what I did? I I I highlighted all the pivot table here, Control C. Then I come here, Control V. Right?
Mm.
So
Why did you
I
like?
will, because I'm trying to make another decision.
Okay.
That's why I copied it. So I'll just drag this one off. I drag this one off. So can you see I have a new pivot table?
Oh.
Can you see? Now let's say I'm trying to look at the product they buy the most. So now I can say product category, drag it to my rows, right? So I'm trying to product category. So I can see they bought beauty products 307, clothing products 351, electronic products 342. So now let's
Mm.
look at which one make the most amount for us. Are you there?
Yes, I'm meeting.
So now I'll just which one make the most amount for us? I'll go to my total amount, drag it to my value, under my
Mm.
value, and say we have something like sum. So
Yes.
I can easily just highlight this one, go to my home, add comma. I mean this one's an onion. So right. So I can see,
Do we need to? Sorry. In this case now, do we need to like add the currency too?
yes, you can. You can
Since we
add
are
the
dealing with amount.
yes, you can yeah, you can add the currency. Let me just add it currency. So you want is this fine now?
Oh.
Now let's make uh, uh, a decision. Look at this beauty product. We sold 307. We made
Mm.
143, 515. Let's do a simple calculation here. Equals to, because I want to do a calculation,
Mm.
it has to start with an equals to. I want to divide this one over, this is my division, right, over this one. So that means averagely, I'm selling one for $467, right?
Mm.
So let me just, if I drag this down, okay, maybe equals to, let me just do this one over this one, and this one.
You just press slash on your laptop, Abby.
Yeah, I'm pressing slash on my laptop. So now let's look at something like this. So I can see I want to make a decision because this actually analysis is where you make the decision. After we are done with analysis, we will
Mm.
now visualize all our decision on a dashboard.
Mm.
Do you get? So it is
Yes.
very important to understand this place, please. This is where you think as a data analyst. Remember, this data set is new to me because I just downloaded it also.
Mm.
Not like I've been preparing for the class. Do you
Yeah.
get? Now let's look at these beauty products. We sold 307. We made 143,515. Let me just cancel this one. We made 143,515. Clothing is the most sold business, and we made that much 155. Electronics, we sold 342, we made 156. Now imagine we selling less electronics. We sold 342 and we made more than clothing. That means
Mm.
clothing is just there. We are not getting, even though we are selling a large amount of clothing, we are not getting a lot of revenue.
Mm.
If this electronics has been 351, probably the amount we will have gotten will have been around that $117,000. And that
Mm.
will increase our revenue as a company to us. Chibi.
Yes.
Now, look at this beauty. We sold only 307 and we made 143. Now, imagine if you sell 351, we will have
Mm.
around 400, around $200,000. Do you know?
Yes.
That means when I did a simple calculation, what's the unit price? So this 143 over the category, over the products that we sell. That means a beauty product is going for 467, clothing product is going for 443, while electronics is going
Mm.
for 458. That means our strength to generate the most revenue is actually in the beauty products,
Mm.
followed by what? Electronics, followed by clothing. So now we will try to look at, okay, how can we entice people to buy more beauty products? Remember, our target audience is who? Gen Z.
Mm.
A lot of Gen Z likes skincare.
Yes.
You can just hire a model, a very fine looking model, and maybe like an influencer or something on Twitter
Mm.
or Instagram. Instagram will be better because we are dealing with what beauty. Maybe we can just look out for a model or an
Mm.
influencer, then try out our beauty products. So just like a
But
lot of people actually see
I
our
want to
beauty
like,
products.
sorry, I want to ask a question. Now,
Okay.
looking at this, I think beauty products now it sells more compared to electronics, right?
No, it's not. It generates more revenue, but
And
we are seeing a more of electronics.
okay, now looking at it, I think I would not like meant to like focus on the part that is not. Wait, we're focusing on the part that is bringing in more revenue.
More revenue. Yeah.
So we don't care about the part that are not selling well. Like we
Which
don't
one is
have to focus on it.
we have to? Which one is now? Which one is not selling well here?
Um, I think is it now electronics?
This electronics, we sold 342 electronics, 351 clothing, and we sold 307 beauty. Which one is not selling well?
The beauty products.
Even beauty product is not selling well and is actually generating the most revenue. Now imagine we improve our revenue,
Okay.
our we increase the number of beauty products being sold to around 407. Do you know we have more money as a company?
Yes,
Now,
because
how
it's
can
being
we
seen more.
improve?
Mm.
Yes, it brings in more revenue. How can we increase our revenue? And that's why I'm suggesting that we need a model, probably an influencer that's also a model that can
Okay.
actually publicize one of our beauty products or one of our skincare product or whatever. So
Mm.
when young people sees it, they will actually come to our store and order it. And that's how we increase our revenue on beauty products. And when we increase our revenue, it brings in more money to the company.
Mm.
Tickets.
Yes.
So that means we are not just doing this one, we are not just punching in numbers. We're actually trying to make a decision using data analysis. Do you
Mm.
understand?
Yes.
Please rewatch this thing. So you actually see how we actually think as a data analysis, as a data analyst. So I can actually, because I'm done with this decision now, so I can just click on this one, Control C,
Mm.
Control V, right?
Mm. Yes.
I mean, you understand why I'm doing this. Just to have another pivot table.
Mm.
So this is under pivot table. Go to your pivot table here. Click on your field lists. So you can actually see it here. So I'm done with age group, so I can just drag them off, and you have a new pivot table there. You
Mm.
get. So let's look at gender. Let's look at, okay, do you have more of male or more of female? Because if we have more of male and we have female influencer, it won't make sense, actually. Now
Mm.
let's look at our gender. I will drag it under rows. So now I want to know how many gender. I want to put number in front of male and female. Where do I drag this gender to?
Mm. Column.
Column. Okay. So nothing is changing.
Okay, you want to add number, Abi?
Yes,
And values.
exactly. My person. Sorry. So where is it? So I'll drag this onto values. So can you see we have 510 male, female, 419 male.
Mm.
Almost 50-50%. Well, these are around 40, this is 51%, this is 49%.
Mm.
So female is still dominant, so we can still use female influencer, which is good. But because this is almost 50-50, so we can actually hire, depending on the amounts, we actually have for advertisements. But if there is surplus amounts, we can do one male influencer, one female influencer
Mm.
tickets.
Yes.
Okay, um so now let's look at this thing. I actually put it under columns and you can see it actually comes out well. Also, you can actually draw this one under rows also, and it comes out like this. whichever one is still the same thing. It is
Mm.
either you use column or rows, but I just like the aesthetics of the rows, right? So
Yeah.
nothing, not like it is different. You can actually use either of them. Okay, so let's move on. So now let's look at this. So now let's look at the amount of the months we sold we sold the most, judging
Mm.
from the data. So now you'll be the one that will do that. Control C. I mean, let's make it neat. So now I can just drag this one off. So now remember, this is the question. The
Mm.
month that I sold the most, the month that generates the most amount of money. Let's look at it.
Okay.
So what do you, okay,
We'll move.
just tell me everything I need to do.
Okay. We'll move the date.
Dates, these dates. Remember,
Oh,
we have month name.
oh, we have month too. Okay. Month name.
Yeah, where should I move it to?
So column.
Come on. And because this one will spread out unnecessarily, let me just move it to us. Which one? Either one works fine.
Okay.
So now this is a question. I want to know how much has January ever made for me. I want to know my best months. I want to know my least months tickets.
Mm.
So now what's the next thing I'll do?
Scroll up. Let me see the other values. Okay. Price. I think price per unit is there. Then
No,
total
total amount.
total amount. Okay. That one will be under column.
This total amount.
Values rather.
Exactly. So now let me just I can just highlight this and go to my accounting.
Mm.
accounting. So now looking at this, which one is my best column?
Mm. 44 in December. Sorry.
I have
Um,
46.
May 53.
Oh, 53 in May. Okay.
Mm.
So this I'm trying to look for a trend because we are trying to make a decision.
Mm.
So now let me just walk you through my line of thoughts. Now imagine this is an abroad, UK precisely. We have there should be an upsurge in our revenue made
Mm.
in October, November, December, but
Mm.
probably because people are trying to do that to December. There's a lot of
Mm.
holiday, there's Christmas celebration and all. So
Yeah.
I'm expecting my October, November, December should value to be high because people are shopping, right?
Mm.
So I
Yes.
expect that to be high. So now let's look at this December. That's
Mm.
44. A
Mm.
lot of people go back to their stuff, but then it drops towards 36. Then we have
Mm.
Feb, we have 44. So March, I think March is summer, right? So there should be
Mm.
summer
Around
holiday, March, April.
April, May, June, July, something like that.
So now I can see March, we have our least amount of money, right?
Mm.
We have our least amount of money. So that means March, there's literally nothing going on. We are just, March is like you are just trying to enter. That's like the transition between winter and summer.
Mm.
It's October to March. So that is like nothing really is happening. But around that May, that will be summer holiday. People are trying to like get their summer body. There will be a lot of
Mm.
beach activity. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why you have an upsurge in the
In
amounts
May.
in. So
May.
then we have normal months. Averagely, we actually meant to be earning about $30,000. Then we have March and September proved to be our least sold. Now, as a data analyst, I already know that March and September, there is literally nothing going on. There is no holiday, there is nothing, right? So
Mm,
I can just say maybe when after February, I can just say what do you call this thing? I can just roll out coupon code.
mm,
Like that is people if you have that coupon, you will
mm,
have you will get products for a cheaper price.
mm,
Now, because people want to get product for a cheaper price, it will increase our revenue in March.
mm,
The same thing in September.
mm.
Or I can just do sales. And you know, companies do sales also.
Yes.
Now, if you know a company is doing sales, probably you will know that okay, the stuff are cheaper and you want to
Mm,
get it. So it will increase their own revenue also.
mm.
Tickets.
Yes.
So that's how to make decision as a data analyst. So now let's look at this thing. So now we have year. Where is the year? The year that we separated. What's the name of the column again? Let me just go to back to my last character. Okay, we're actually supposed to change this one, but last character is what I want. So let's go back to our last character. So now last character, if I change it to under filter, now there's filter. Can you see we have last character as our filter now? So what is the difference? We have 2023 and 2024. So
Mm,
let's click on this one. Select multiple items. That was the first thing I clicked on.
mm,
Then we have 2023. Let's click on 2024 only. Okay. Can you see? We only have information for January.
mm.
That means this particular data set, that means we have the whole of 2023 and only January. Even because this is 1/5, that means this particular information is getting around January 2. Because normally our revenue should be around that $30,000, should be.
Yes.
And we've only gotten 1/5. That means we are making this particular information, or we are trying to do this
Mm,
analysis around that January 3, January 4, January 5, early January sha. You
mm.
get.
Yes.
So now let's try to check off this January 20 and let's look at January 20, 2023 data set. So you can see we have all of those things in 2023 tickets. So I can easily see that in 2023 I made 454,000. So if I actually click on this, if I click on both of them, remember this is 454.
Mm,
So it is showing that we made 456, which is erroneous. Not like completely erroneous. We can see from inception we've made 456,000, but
mm.
last year we made 440. Let me sorry, I forgot the number. We've made 456,000 in total, but last year, that's 2023, we made 454,470. Do you get?
Mm,
So that's where filter. Filter is basically like trying to see specific information.
mm.
Okay,
Right.
that's fine. Like, do you understand?
Yes.
Now, I taught you three things today. One, how to introduce Power Query, continuation of Power Query, because we've actually done the introduction last week. Second one, pivot table. Third one, how to think like a data analyst, how to make decision as a data analyst. I'm sorry, as a business analyst in this case, which is very, very
Mm.
important. Shobi?
Yes.
Yes. In the space of an hour or two, you've learned three important things. So now I will ask you, do you have any question?
Mm,
Or maybe you have a part that you really don't understand.
okay.
So
I
now I give you an assignment. So you want to say something?
which assignment?
Now I'm saying that if I give you an assignment and I'm saying that make decision, give me
Mm.
recommendations on this thing. Can you do it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So I will make the data set myself because there's a way I make my data set. I will not even go to the Kaggle because I think Kaggle is too soft. So I'll go and make a hard data set. I'll give you that. Okay, recommend. Give me recommendation. Now you can see the part of the recommendation I have made here is that there should be an influencer because
Mm,
beauty is our products. There should be an influencer, and also there should be sales or coupon code in September and March.
okay.
No,
But
I've
this
made decision
mm,
within the space of an hour.
yes. But this
Now,
row and okay.
I can hear you. You said, but this what?
This row and column now is kind of confusing because sometimes how do you know the one to place on that row? I know the values that anything currency, figures and all will be on that value. But this row and column is kind of because the other time I think I asked you to like place the month on that
Um,
column. Then you change it to row so it will be more easy.
there's nothing different. So now let's imagine this is 454,470. Then we
Mm,
have 5,450. So if I change this one, if I just drag it on that column, now the only problem is I will keep for me to get it,
mm,
I will keep scrolling up and down. So I will get 454,750. Can you see? I can't see my to see some of total amounts, I have to scroll down to 454,750. But if I
mm,
actually just put them in a row, at a glance, I can see all of them at a glance.
okay.
There's nothing different between the two. Just
Then
that
this filter.
this
This,
filter. Okay. What
okay.
happened?
What are the things we can actually place under filters?
Filter is basically okay. Now let's say now I've removed the filter, I just dropped it off.
Mm,
This total amounts I made in because this is 456,000. This is the total amount I've made from inception.
mm,
Shebi. Now,
yes.
how much has beauty gave me each beauty product gave me each month?
Mm,
Shebi. So because I
yes.
want specific information, I'll go under my product category because
Mm,
that's where I have beauty, electronics, and one other one, clothing. So I'll go under my product category, put it under my filter. Do you
mm,
get?
yes.
Click under this drop down. Click on select multiple items. So I want to see how much beauty has given me. So I'll just check this one off, right? Click
Mm,
on OK. So can you see? So it is giving
mm,
that, okay, in January I sold 13,930. In February, I sold 14,000. August, we not sell a lot of beauty products. November, we not sell a lot of beauty products.
mm,
September was even worse. Do you
mm,
get? And a lot of people tend to buy beauty products in February 14, in July, sorry, July was the highest, that's 16. Maybe, July is actually summer too.
mm,
Summer is already going. So maybe people are protecting themselves from sunburn.
mm,
Do you get?
yes.
Maybe that's why. These are the things. It actually depend on if I'm working in Nigeria now, because we actually do not prevent ourselves from sunburn. We not do all of those things. There
Mm,
is this beach out and stuff like that. So there is a way I will actually think, but
mm,
I can't like relate this thing with to you because you are there.
okay.
Tickets.
Yes.
So now I can easily say, okay, what about my clothing? I want to see clothing. I can choose two. But now I can choose one.
Mm,
So clothing, can you see? So filter, something that will be on that filter is just like you need specific information.
okay. What you are working on, like what
What
you
you
want to get.
want to see. Okay, so what else? Which question do you want? Do you have?
Mm.
So I'll send you to I don't want
So
to.
now the whole process is like this. After downloading the data set from
Elect from any
from anywhere, so you
it's
now change
a
it.
cargo. Now let's say you got a gig. You get a gig.
Mm,
You will not download the data set from Kaggle, obviously. The person will send
mm,
you
mm.
set.
If it's in that case now, are you still transforming to from CSV um to Excel notebook?
You actually did not need to transform if you are using Power Query.
Okay. Okay, is it just Excel you need to transform?
Yes, when you are doing Excel.
Okay.
If you are loading it into Excel directly, you need to transform it.
Okay.
So after transformation, you will now
Mm,
come on to analysis. In
mm,
that analysis, that's where you will make your decision. So now when you are done with your analysis, you can
mm,
easily just start your visualization. Maybe I'll just tell you introduction to visualization tonight. I just hope the information is not too much now. So under our insert tab, you can see
mm,
we have something like charts.
mm,
So under this, because this uh these dates, these time trends, we tend
mm,
to we tend to use line charts for time trends. So you can see we have quite a number of charts here, but because you don't know, these are actually 9 charts here, but you can just go to recommended charts. They will actually recommend the charts here for you, but you can just go to line charts and
mm,
click on OK. Now you see, it's actually telling you that from January. Now
mm,
this is how we made our stuff. And this is what you will now you will do that for each and every one of them. Then you
mm,
will collate everything together, format it, then that's a dashboard.
mm, mm,
So you're actually moving to the end of Excel, but I want you to understand every step that you are not just building charts, you're
mm.
actually making decision. It's not
I
just
get.
making a decision.
Mm,
So you know what I want to do?
mm.
Yeah, are you sleeping anytime soon? Can you watch like an hour 45 minute video and replicate it before 12 before the next time next class tomorrow? Can you replicate? Do you have enough time in hand or you have some assignment to do or something?
No, I have time.
Okay, let me just stop the recording because we're actually done for today.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do what they do in the video exactly, Abi.